Today I want to talk about 4K video, what it is it really worth it, is it all it's cracked up to be? Now, if like me, you've gone out and purchased your Mini 2 SE, which has only got a 2.7K camera, are you losing out? Should you have spent the extra money and gone for a 4K camera? Just something like the Mini 3 or the Mini 3 Pro. Well, let's have a look. So, what is 4K? In a nutshell, it is basically the resolution, it's the size of the video, and measured, like always, in pixels. Now, for 4K video, 3,840 pixels across, 2,160 pixels high. And if you multiply those together, without using a calculator, you're going to get just over 8 million pixels. And that makes up your 4K video. So naturally, you're capturing a lot of data there, a lot of image, and that's where you get the crystal clear quality of 4K. So obviously 4K, much bigger resolution. You're going to get much more quality out of a 4K camera than you are out of the 2.7. But that's just simply not the case, and let me explain why. So with your 4K camera drone, you can capture absolutely stunning footage in all its glory. But do you actually have a device that allows you to watch 4K content? If like me, in my home, I only have two devices that will actually allow me to watch video in 4K. And that's the TV in the living room and the TV in the bedroom. And that's it. My computer monitors, laptop display, camera, smartphone displays, they're not 4K, and they are few and far between. So I had a little Google, and there's a couple of smartphones, I think Sony do one, that actually has a 4K display. Most of the phones don't do it, and for the simple fact is there's no real benefit to trying to all those that resolution, that 4K resolution, and all those 8 million pixels is trying to squeeze all that down into a 6-inch screen. Is just not worth it. I mean, the costs involved in manufacturing something like that is going to make the device incredibly expensive and for very little benefit. Same goes for laptop screens. Again, unless you have spent thousands and thousands of pounds on perhaps a gaming laptop, the screens are not going to be 4K. So 4K, of course, has its place. Is it the be-all and end-all? Not necessarily. And again, it depends what you want to get out of your camera and your camera drone. But take, for example, there's this relatively new YouTuber out there at the moment. I think he goes by the name of Mr. Beast. And I looked at an interview with him, and I haven't actually watched any of his videos, but I certainly watched this interview. And of course, it was all about his sort of workflow and the process of him creating content. And I learned that he is still uploading all of his content in 1080p. And so you might be thinking, well, that's ridiculous. You know, his production budgets must be huge. So why is he not doing everything in 4K and, you know, getting the most out, getting the best out of it? And it's for the simple fact that, of course, a lot of his audience are watching the content on mobile devices, whether it's the phone or the tablet. I mean, even a desktop computer. Screen, you know, if it's all being consumed on those devices that don't have 4K resolution, then is there any point in changing everything over to 4K? I mean, editing a 4K video, of course, you're going to need a lot more processing power. You're going to need better systems, better IT systems to do all of the editing. Of course, there are workarounds. If I had a 4K video, I know I could drop it into DaVinci Resolve, and I could use optimized media to effectively take a copy of my video, and then I can then edit it with the lower quality copy and then as soon as I come to render it, I can render it out then at 4K or whatever it may be. So even if the majority of your audiences don't have the capability of watching a full 4K video in all of its glory, there are still some advantages over some of the more advanced 4K cameras. So let's have a look at one of the other drones from DJI, in particular the Mini 3. Now that has a 4K camera, but it also has a more advanced CMOS sensor built in. It's got a better processor. It's able to process those images within the camera a lot better. And what it does, it also offers you some other functionality, some other features within the camera. So what it'll allow you to do is shoot in 4K up to 30 frames per second. Now, of course, if you want to record something in a faster frames per second, you can drop the resolution down to 2.7 and it will then allow you to capture video at 60 frames per second. Drop the resolution down again to full HD, which is what we know of as 1080p, which is probably most widely used and available across all devices, and that will allow you, let me double check. Oh, I've got no internet. Oh, yes I have. That will also allow 60 frames per second. Of course, take it one step further and have a look at something like the Mini 4 Pro. You get into to quite an advanced camera there, because at 4K resolution it will allow you to capture video up to 100 frames per second, so you can do those really nice smooth slow motion shots. If you drop the resolution down to full HD 1080p, then you can capture video up to a whopping 200 frames per second. So that's a super slow motion effect there. It's able to capture that. And again, at 1080p, nowhere near as good as 4K, but again, if your audience doesn't have the capabilities of watching a 4K video in the highest resolution, then 1080p, you know, your videos are going to look absolutely amazing. So there we go, that's my take on it, and that's my understanding of it. Of course, I might be talking utter bollocks, but let me know what you think. By all means, drop a comment down below, give me your thoughts, and hopefully I might see you in the next video. So until then, take it easy and safe flying.